y'all see the huge cliffhanger that was Scandal last night? What'd you think about it?
A lot of people were saying that, you know, she wrote the season finale like that because of Harrison's legal troubles.
I totally believe that.
Me too.
Yeah.
All these rumors about, you know, what's going on with him, and then rumors that she told him to get his stuff together. And I just think it's really interesting that it ended like that, where you don't know whether he lives or dies. And she's probably trying to wait and see.
You got one more chance. Get your stuff together before we start filming.
I thought that
and
was
if
very
not, it'll come back and we'll be at your funeral. Like, that's just what it's gonna be.
His character really isn't like doing anything.
No, after waiting 3 seasons, now
we've all
moved on. Right.
Be like, aha! I got you after I helped you.
Maya. They was like,
okay.
Right, they didn't even care.
He did play a big role though in like exposing everything.
But I feel like we never get to see his genius.
It's like going to grow, especially in the beginning.
Was.
First season, I thought he was going to be a major character, Olivia's road dog besides Huck. But then I really think they probably, knew the tea before we did. Shonda was like, oh, change script. That's what I think would happen.
Because like
for Quinn to have such a big role now.
Yes, and she was a newbie, like fresh.
And I felt like her acting was like first season, second season. She wasn't someone that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna ride for you. Like,
I think their personal habits like make me not feel no type of way about them really, except for Olivia. Like even Huck is a little bit too much for me these days. The way he talks is so dramatic. He's so dramatic every time he gets on the screen. It's like
you know what he's been through.
They're all so tired with their what I've been through stories.
No,
they're all so tired. I think I think I just need a break in general.
You better take this summer break. Girl.
Because really, all of them.
But I do think mom and dad are working together. Because even the way that she was sitting in the hospital room talking to him, it's like, what were y'all chatting about? And they never really addressed it. She never really said anything. You tried to kill him. You could have put something in his IV. You could have injected him. Like that would have been really quick.
Yeah.
But what's going on here?
Yeah.
And I think even the way she stabbed him, I don't know why he needed to be injured. But the way she stabbed him, where she just missed his heart, like, you're a trained killer. You know how to take somebody out for real.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
that's a good point. So, did y'all also see this week, well, I know you saw the stories of Mimi Faust's sex tape. Did you actually watch the trailer for Mimi's sex tape?
Girl, you know we say here, watch that.
Okay. I just want to know where she goes from here. My guess is nowhere, but I'd like to know where everyone else thinks.
Anywhere. I don't feel like Mimi has the personality to get a modeling deal or get a movie deal. Or we haven't really seen anything from her personality but this Stevie J story, and now you're with Nikko, who's he looks suspect in some type of way, and again, her personality, it doesn't scream to me like, wow, you're gonna be some iconic sex icon in America.
I don't know, she's really just trying to justify this situation and just act like this is completely normal behavior for a 40-plus-year-old single mother of one, and it makes no sense to me.
I don't think she's trying to justify. I think she wants to pretend like it means nothing, like she don't care, even though she was the one sitting up in here before talking about there is no tape of me anywhere doing anything ever. I am a mutt, like, you know. And so to me, it's just like, I think she's trying to tell herself, like, this is okay. This is okay. You know, I'm grown. I can do what I want. I look good. My body is good. Whatever. It's all good. Just let me keep telling myself that.
So there's a Mimi shower ride Mimi shower ride Twitter handle. Why she tweet to her to my, hey, at Mimi shower ride, you hanging in there? And then
that's funny. That's funny. I'm not gonna lie.
That was the most impressive thing about the whole situation was her pull-ups.
That was very impressive. Like Jocelyn was trying to call it boring. I was like, it wasn't boring.
No,
that was very impressive for a 45-year-old woman to do
before.
A shower ride. Like your daughter is just getting ready to be school age. There's no way. There's no possible way that she will avoid seeing this, seeing stills of this, seeing images of this. Her classmates are going to be talking to her about it. There's no way she can avoid that. I think it's really hypocritical that she was trying to call Jocelyn hoe, slut, bitch, trick, whatever. You know, she try to come at her for like her morality or her purity, and then I would never do the things that Jocelyn does. I'm so much far above Jocelyn. Like, Jocelyn has sex tapes, you have sex tapes. Like, y'all are one and the same. Y'all one and the same. Yeah. And then two, the levels people are willing to stoop to just for shine is like appalling to me. Like, you already had, like Victoria was saying, you already had this platform, but then to pretend like it leaked.
Yeah.
When it was clearly filmed by a third party, like let's not front. Like that was produced. So it didn't. You already famous, so you know if you produce a sex tape after you already have some level of fame, it's going to get out. And in fact, you know your boyfriend released it.
Right, exactly.
That's why when she like puffs and puffs and gets all crunk on that show or just in general, I'm just like, girl, bye.
Right,
because you let all these things happen to you in life. It's just so ridiculous. And then you be up here, I was real about my I was a real bitch about mine. You gonna let that bitch talk to me like that? You gonna let her get him? I be like, why you pumping so hard like you want to fool yourself? Like, just chill out. Like,
because at the end of the day, you guys all have to come back to Stevie J.
And you were letting this man like give you a car and give you stuff and like you nuts. So you up in here pumping your chest and yelling and calling people that beach, that beach, like all of that extraness. It's like you still a fool.
I wouldn't know where her cleaning service is. I just feel like that's
what happened to that.
That you could have taken to the next level.
She should have really ran with that Mimi the Maid thing. You should have ran with that.
But I think she needed a storyline for this new season, like because what else was going to happen if he's married to Jocelyn now, and then what are you're still dating this guy that nobody likes?
Why do you need to be on here?
Who?
Her. I mean, it's just like I'm trying to go through one season, you know, and that was the thing. We had sympathy thinking the first time around you didn't know you were being cheated on, which she probably did. Stop looking like that. Maybe she didn't know. You get on here, you let yourself be embarrassed.
What fool gets an easy check and then be like, okay, one and done. I've had enough of my easy check.
I mean,
I want to stop doing this show
and
go back to just doing my cleaning business.
But how easy is it to look in the mirror and have no respect for yourself every day?
You see how many people do it?
I do. But
you see, all you got to do is let people follow you around. You ain't got to have no real job. You don't have to do nothing.
How much those checks are. Because I just feel
like
some of that can't be enough. Right. It can't be enough for this.
Knowing that show is probably one of the best performing shows on that channel, they probably get paid good money at this point.
Did y'all see this story where Mike Epps supposedly punched an ex-lover at a haunted house 2 premiere? Not even just Mike Epps. I feel like every week there's like a domestic violence situation going on with these women. It's very odd to me of the timing of this, right? I'm like,
and he also cursed out his daughter like
a
few years ago.
That's right.
He told her all kinds of names.
For real.
I saw it and I was like, oh, interesting.
And somebody talked crazy about his wife before, or something happened with his wife. Maybe she had a birthday party or something happened. He ended up like biting some people. This happened like a couple of years ago.
I don't know what it is, but I think it's really telling of like what's going on in the real world. Like if these many celebrity men are doing this, then you know people with no money, people with these crazy relationships, people who have nothing to lose are out here wilding.
Yeah. Well, there was also some female violence. Did y'all see? Right. Did y'all see? Porsha and her fabulous mugshot. I was kind of shocked that a warrant was issued for her arrest over this whole situation. Just Kenya wants some attention and to play the victim and all this type of stuff.
This is the obvious next step for her. I mean, she just is one of those people who was very. I'm going to tempt you, but then when the time comes, I want to play by the book, and I'm going to call the police, and I'm going to issue, I'm going to file a report, and all of these things, because she likes to play like she's, and 1 minute she likes to say, to act very ratchet, and then the next minute she likes to act like she's really deep and very sophisticated, and so, even when she talks to her, my words, your words are the best use of I don't have to put my hands on anyone. And you're above this, but you're still crazy as hell pointing things in people's faces, tempting them.
But do you think Bravo set them up? Because I was looking at how they were seated, and I was highly confused as to why Kenya and Porsha were sitting on the same couch. Why?
Of course they do it. That's why I'm like, Andy, you could save all that. That was gross foolishness, because y'all wouldn't keep showing that on the preview for the reunion if you were so disgusted by it. So you can stop, get off your little high horse.
Yeah,
no, you live for that. You know how much more money is coming into your paycheck
and
right now
because
they fought? No, of course not.